Good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing tonight? I ain't shaved in a couple days. I don't know what I'm doing. Just worried about the world, I guess. See who we got in here tonight. Hey, Aniqua. Hey, Mississippi Girl Life. How you doing? I like that. How you doing today, Mississippi Girl Life? Good to see you in the house tonight. Everybody go check out Mississippi Girl Life channel. She got a lot of great content. Good to have you in the house tonight, Miss Mississippi Girl Life. Cause she's a Mississippi girl living in North Carolina, right? All right. Arkansas in the house. Okay, Demetrius, Jack Spratt, how you doing? Garden with Eve, Linda, Kathleen, 2%. Hey, 2%. How you doing, 2%? It's good to see you in here tonight. Let me see. Lady Gardner in the house. Fab 5 Mommy. I'm outside today, y'all. So I got a reason to burn. I figured if I'm going to burn in the house, I might as well burn outside. As you see, Eric Banks. What's up, Eric? Anita Leach. Smile. How you doing, Smile? I hate my job. That's your name? God. Woo. You must really hate your job to name yourself that. Let me see. Oh, snap lid. You growing the beard out? No. I just been like, waking up, wash the major parts, and I got stuff to do. Let me see. Hello, Led. Texas in the house. All right, Maria Thomas. Lindale Jackson. Let me get. Oh, I can't get that right this second. Hey, all right, 2%. Thank you, babe. Say, I'm great, Leah. Hope the family doing well. We are, for the most part. We are. Lavender says their air went out yesterday, and now we're waiting too. Yeah. What? Your air went out? Yeah. Okay. Hey, G Michael Jr. Hope you're staying in the shade. I'm trying. I'm here by the chicken coop. Hey, Led. Hey, Jackie, I think. I don't want to mess it up. Jack K. Hey, HVAC woman. I need you. If your name means what you do, I need you at my house to fix my air condition, because I done said that before and I got a crazy reply. So I got to talk more clear. Say, that's my channel and my book worked for SSA, and it has done a disservice to people. Okay, I got you. You really do hate them. Say, HVAC woman says, yes, but I'm in St. Louis. I'll fly you in. I ain't lying. Hang out with the Leds for a day. Hey, Chloe Grow Flow. Whew. Y'all names is rough. And you see the flies is over here in the shade with me. Until that sun go all the way down, you gonna see me swatting. Let me see, Corey J in the house. Deborah Smith. Hey, from San Diego. Good to see you. "86 degrees in Nashville." Psh, I wish. So all the flies bullies this summer. Yes, they seem a little extra hungry, don't they? Hey, K Natural One in the UK. How you doing? So our power, K Hicks says our power went out here today in Memphis, Tennessee for about 2 hours. Shaking my head, they're playing. We have the Jackery and the Blue Eddie for backup though. I don't even know what else to say. And they do seem bigger, Britt. Get out of here. Love me in Virginia. I used to live in Virginia Beach too. I love Virginia. Thank you, Jocelyn. Josephine, I'm sorry. I can hardly see it because the sun is in the screen here. Smile says, yes, chickens. We love our chicken videos. Glad to see it. This ain't the penitentiary. This is the henitentiary. Yeah, not the hen penitentiary. This is called the henitentiary. This is cell block 1. I'm shutting down cell block 2, and this is part of the reason that we're here today. The title is GROWNsteading. You gonna buy it or you gonna build it? Okay. GROWNsteading is a little different. I'm coming up with the whole term GROWNsteading for a reason. GROWNsteading is about your time. Okay. Your time is precious. Your time is more valuable than any amount of money on the planet. I don't care in what currency you choose. Your time is more valuable than anything else on the planet. There is nothing more valuable than your time besides your soul. Okay, while you here on this big blue rock, your time is everything. You should be trying to save your soul while you on the rock, but at the same time, you really do need to work your time a little bit better. So that is what I'm saying. Okay, GROWNsteading is about your time. It's some homesteaders out there, and it's some gardeners out there. I'm a little bit in between both. Okay, I'm a gardener and I'm a homesteader in the city, but most of us have jobs to go to every day, and you have things to do every day. You're homeschooling your children, especially nowadays. Your time is everything. And some people's gardens or homesteads fail because they can't decipher the difference between, what is it called? Time management. How much time do you spend watering your garden, right? Some people like to hand water their garden. If you have time to hand water your garden and you find it pleasurable, hey, go for it. You know, more power to you. But for the most part, most people do not have enough time to sit around watering their whole entire garden, especially your homestead. It will fail. So right, choose your battles. So there's this big thing online right now, especially on YouTube in the gardening community and everything. And it's like if you see me keep looking back, I'm just checking for snakes because I keep hearing some crunching going on. Get off of there, you freaking me out. There's a big thing going on in the garden community. Not bad or nothing like that. It's just more of seeds versus purchasing a start. Hey, baby. Come give me some love. No matter how old she gets, she my baby. I guess she upstairs. She getting ready. Why do you got them on? Why do you got them?
No, that's what I wasn't finna come out here.
Don't show your goods in the camera, baby. Go on in the house and put something else on. Put something else on.
I'm not finna be here no.
I don't want you nowhere in that.
It's too hot to get on clothes. No.
It ain't too hot to have on clothes. What did I just get through saying yesterday? Your time, remember? Raising your kids, remember? Yelling at your kids. You busy yelling at your kids. You need as much time to do that as you possibly can to keep them in line. Remember something, folks. I'm somebody daddy too. I don't care how old they is, I'm somebody daddy. And I ain't one of them daddies that just let stuff just fly. So Anyway, back to what I was trying to say. Now I want to go in there and fuss at her. Um, You're supposed to let your kids run their own life, but at the same time, you do still have to guide them. You are the elder of the house. You still got to guide your kid. I don't care how smart they think they are, how much they think they know. You still supposed to step in. You ain't supposed to step over bounds, but you're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? I like to give wisdom. Remember, your mama used to give you, like, she'll put a little snack in your lunchbox and you won't know it's there till it's lunchtime. Like, oh man, mama put a little Debbie snack cake in here. You know, man, mama was looking out. That's the kind of knowledge I like to drop. I don't like to force feed them nothing. But I like to, when they open the lunchbox of life, I like them to see that little snack. That snack is there for you when you need it. You know what I'm saying? That little piece of wisdom or that knowledge that you already been through or you know, that's in there. And you know what? It's delicious because it's going to help you through whatever you about to go through. That little snack cake of wisdom is going to get you through to the other side. And then when you use that wisdom and it work out for you, it's delicious. So that's kind of what I still do. They grown, but I still pack their lunchbox of wisdom whenever I can. When they ain't looking, I sneak them a little snack. You know, they don't even know it's in the. They don't know it's in the lunchbox up here. So back to what I was saying, because I really am gonna try to get off of there. Listen here, your time is everything, grown folks. I'm talking to grown folks. That's why it's called GROWNsteading. Young folks, you got strong backs, you got strong hands, you ain't got arthritis yet, you got all your digits, your fingers, your toes, you know, you don't need as much water. You could be out in the yard all day, your hair ain't quite gray yet. You got the energy and the stamina to do that stuff, but this is also for you too. Your time is everything, because as you get older, your time is even more precious. But if you took that little bit of wisdom while you young, when you old, you won't have to do anything. Everything will be working for you. Your garden will be producing for you, and you won't have to do so much. So this kind of pertains to you too. Okay, you will be better off than even we are if you take this little bit of wisdom and manage your time. Learn how to manage your time now. So my whole objective to this video is, there's this thing going on you know, YouTube. Is like, do you grow from seed or do you buy starts? Do you purchase starts? And a lot of people are against purchasing starts because they say, I'm not paying $3 for that plant. I'm not paying $3 for that 6-pack of plants. And I think that's ridiculous. I mean, because you still gonna get about $50 to $100 of food off of the vegetable start. You paid $3 or $4 or even $10, but you're going to receive about $50 to $100 of food in one season off of that plant. So your $4 or $10 investment, you flip that 10 different times. It's about time management. You were so busy with all the things you had going on in your life, weddings, funerals, new job, or horrible job, like my friend was like, I hate my job. You don't have time to sit around and watching seeds grow. You should be collecting your seeds. You should be trying to grow from seed. But I'm here to let you know, do not give up because you don't have the time to do that. Go and purchase you some starts, slap them in a bucket or put it in the ground, and you got a head start, okay? It's a lot of us gardeners that start starts and sell them online or share them online. You don't necessarily have to buy a start from the store. You can go to your neighbor and they'll break off a tomato branch and it already got roots on it. You stick that in the ground, you got the exact same tomato that your neighbor has. Okay? And if you want to broaden your garden, that's what you want to do. Break off some of them bottom limbs of your tomato and go plant them in more buckets like I showed you I did those peppers the other day. Hey, Thunder. So your time is everything. A lot of people been asking me about my chicken coop because I keep telling you I've been working on my chicken coop. I'm gonna show you two different things. I just remember what I needed to do. Dang, gone it. I'm gonna do my best then. Um, two things. Give me two ticks, cause I better do this before I forget it again. Two ticks. Maybe I should have left well enough alone. Okay. I had to move my Wi-Fi repeater into the window before it cut out, but we was doing fine, I think. How you doing, Erica Taylor? So, what I was saying was, everybody been asking me about the chicken coop. I'm gonna show you two things. I'm gonna show you the one I built, and I'm gonna show you the one that I bought. I'm gonna show you from a distance the one I built. I love this thing. It's been with me for now 4 or 5 years. Me and my son, little Led, built it, and it is everything that I ever wanted. So check this out. That's it right there, the little house. That's my chicken coop that me and little Led built. The cage around it is being torn down. That's why it looks so rough, because I'm tearing it down, and I'm going to tell you a reason why. I am going to totally dismantle that entire chicken coop and take it down. This is why. The reason why is because some things you have to pay for and some things you have to build. I did an average. I'm going to stand back so you guys can really get a good look at this. I got this, and it's I think it's 15 by 15 chicken coop. In here I got 7 hens, and I have 8 hens in the other one. As you can see, I'm going to show you everything I did in here, and I'm going to make it make sense. Y'all see the kicker box, the speaker box, I turned it to a nesting box. That was free, and it don't cost you nothing to make one. I got 2 10-foot 2x4s holding up a shelf that holds the egg box. And then I have 2 more 10-foot posts, 2x4s going across so they can roost at night. They're totally locked in this cage. I put bricks around the bottom and chicken wire around the bottom. Now, here's why I'm doing all of this, because most folks, you're going to be like, what? Who cares? This is why, because this pertains to everything, gardening and everything. This coop costed me $400. This is $400, around $400. I don't know anymore, but I bought this this past winter, around $400 at Tractor Supply. Totally hardcore metal, right? Metal caged in. Nothing can get in. Nothing can get out. It got latches and locks and doors and everything. I ran the chicken wire underneath so nothing can even scratch under it and get to them. I don't want to talk about the snakes, because if you scared of insects and snakes and bugs and lizards, you might be on the wrong channel. I promise you, because I'm trying to survive. And did y'all see the snake video? Those are certain things that you have to deal with when you're trying to grow your food. And that's why when you go to the store and the prices is high, because those farmers walking through those fields and doing that stuff, that's the stuff they have to deal with. So when you're doing it yourself, okay, this is reality. Guess what else is reality? You might get in your car and get in an accident and somebody get critically wounded. I don't, man, you just do the best you can possibly do in your garden. I don't think about that stuff. Okay? You go out in your garden and you watch your step. You watch where you grab. You watch where you just don't go out there in one of them cute videos. You go out there and you watch everything. I want to see how stuff move, or is things moving. That's important. Okay, this ain't for show to me. This is for real. This is reality. And I want to feed my family. I want to get to a point where I don't have to go to the store for anything. And with that, you got to do your doggone best work to try to snap out of that scary stuff. Okay? So, I'm going to get right back into it. This cost me around $400 for everything. Nope, I take that back. The 2x4s is extra. Each one of those is like $8 now because lumber is so high. So, $32, $16 for 4 studs. I put some board, some I forget the name of the doggone board, not beady board, but I'm gonna show you. You will know what I'm talking about because I can't think of it at this very moment. I use it on everything. I even use it to build my whole other coop. And that each one of those boards costs $20. It ain't plywood. It's God, I can't think of it. But here's the thing. Nope, not OSB, not pallet wood. I think of it not decking. It's some kind of not OSB. It's some kind of bead board. It's supposed to shiplap. It's like shiplap. It's like shiplap, but it's not shiplap. Bead board. It's like bead board, but it's not bead board. It's not particle board. That's garbage. Matter of fact, I got particle board on the ground just for wood, like wood chips. I use that like wood chips. If you're trying to cover your ground, put some particle board down there. It'll break down quick. Well, that's neither here nor there. So this is what I'm telling you. I got a roof on here so they don't be in the weather. Hardy board. Thank you for that. Tracy Jones, Hardy board. That's the stuff. Hardy board. It's really thick and it's weatherproof. And if you buy the stuff that's already painted, my coop has been standing for 5 years unpainted just like that. So that is incredible. Okay? It lasts the test of time. So for $400 plus some change, okay, let's just say 450, 460. Guess how much it costed me to build that chicken coop before lumber prices went up? Before lumber prices went up, I built that chicken coop for over $500. Can you believe that? Because of all the inner workings that I got on the inside of it. I got old videos showing you the inner workings of how I got it all in there. Totally unnecessary. I had a challenge in my heart and I did it. I wanted to show my son how to do a couple of woodworking. I did it. Over $500. That I'm gonna show it to you again. That's like a little house. I can get up in there and sit down and be comfortable. I can stand up in there. I did that on purpose because you don't want a chicken coop that you can't get in. You don't want a chicken coop that you can't reach in because sometimes your chickens die in there. You want to be able to get that chicken out of there. Sometimes they drop an egg somewhere, not in a nesting box. You want to be able to get in there or reach in there and grab it because you don't know what a rotten egg smell like. An egg that you cannot find will blow your mind. And you want to hear something else? You'll go to reach it. You don't know how long it's been in there. You'll go to reach it and it'll explode like a grenade. I can't make that up. A rotten egg, soon as you touch it, boom, and you got rotten egg juice all over you, and you ain't getting that funk off. Oh my God. One blew up on me the other day when I was working on this because it had an old egg. I'm so glad it missed me. It was so stinking. So, here's the deal. It took me all winter and some of my spring, maybe even some of my summer, to build that thing because I work full time. I always work full time. Okay? I'm trying to also show my son how to build. So not only am I working full time, but I'm trying to teach my son some lessons. Took us forever to build this thing. That was my time, was precious. That's why it's been up so long. I know it's ridiculous, but look at this. $400. It took me an hour and a half by myself to put this together because all of this is already built. Each wall is built already. You just link this together with these brackets right here. That's it. You just stand them up, and I did it by myself. So it took me an hour and a half by myself. 1 hour and a half. It took me longer to go pick it up from the store and bring it back on my trailer. Now do the math on that. $400. I put it together in an hour and a half. Let's just give it 2 hours just for giggles. And it took me doggone 6 months to put that one together from scratch. And it costed me more. It costed me even more than cash. It costed me my time. So times where I should be resting to get ready for work, I'm spending building a chicken coop. So the same thing goes for in your garden. If you cannot quite manage your time, if your time is precious and you want to garden, but you don't have enough time to sit there and be babysitting seeds all day, okay? That's important. Babysitting your plant after it's grown is hard enough, but sitting there babysitting a seed, making sure it germinate, then hardening it off, running it in and out, in and out, in and out your garage or your house onto your porch, that's a lot of time. I'm not discouraging no seed planting because I totally believe in planting from seed, totally believe in it. But I also believe in self-preservation and self-sufficiency at all costs. At all costs. You know what? It looks like it's basically a dog kennel with a roof. The wood, it's a metal roof, just like the sides up there. I just put boards on top to keep the rain off of my girls. That's all to it. Listen, the cage just around my other one that I built, that is definitely a dog kennel. So I'm just letting you guys know your time is more precious. Sometimes, and people keep wondering about my chicken coops, and there's a lot of people that want livestock. They want to get into chickens, but see, the only angle I can give it to you from is from GROWNsteading standpoint. I can't say homesteading, I can't say gardening, because you know it's a lot of young folks in here. I'm talking about, listen, you got a little kink in your back, you got a click in your knee, you know, your hand don't crumble up the way it used to, you know. It take a minute, once you've been hammering, it take a minute for you to take them fingers and put them back how they supposed to do. That's GROWNsteading. And part of GROWNsteading is your time. So I'm just here to let you guys know that you can really, truly still garden, because there's so many people say, I just don't have the time to start seeds. There's other ways to do it. You still have time to garden. And this is another reason, this is part of your preps. It's a lot of people that want chickens, but they like, I can't do it. This is a simple, easy way, and it's nice looking. See, it's nice looking. No, this is not going to set anybody off. Your hens are quiet. The only time they caw is when they letting out eggs. So we're all supposed to be preparing and getting ourselves ready for troubled days, right? This might not be something that you've thought about getting chickens, getting hens. Let me scoot on over. Let my girls be part of the show. But I promise you, family, this is everything. This is as important as my bees, but this is way easier. Way easier. Because what they do, I'm gonna show you what they do. They give me fertilizer every day, the stuff I put around my trees. Here's the best part though. Every day, every day. This is what I collected today. I got 15 birds and 11 eggs. It was a rough day. It was hot. 15 birds, 11 eggs. Yesterday, 15 birds, 15 eggs. Day before that, 15 birds, 15 eggs. Day before that, 15 birds, 15 eggs. Do the math. Every single day. I don't have to go to the store for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. No matter what you do, no matter what you do, if you do not eat eggs, don't say I don't eat eggs because I'm not worried about it. Then you're a fool. Because honestly, you could take these eggs and sell them to people that do like eggs. Just because you're a vegan or a vegetarian does not mean you don't have work to do. And they're beautiful. They're beautiful. They're calm. They eat all the bugs out of your garden. I usually open this door and let them have at it. Just go out and forage. They eat all the bugs, all the ticks, all the mites, all the crap. You keep wondering, people like, how do you keep the squirrels away? How do you keep the bugs away? When I let them out, don't nothing come in here. Nothing. Nothing. Squirrels don't come hopping in my yard, nothing. Because they see them and they want to eat them. And if they could catch them, they would eat them. Your chickens will eat anything. This is every single day. This was a shy day. Every day, family. How can you deny that? And it's sitting in a space 15 by 15 in your yard. 15 by 15. Ain't taking up no space. No nothing. Listen, no noise. Nothing. They're in there doing their thing. The days that you got to work and you can't really let them out, throw a little feed in there. That's what I was telling you about. Make sure when you grow in your garden, grow enough for your livestock. Grow enough for your chickens or your goats. Grow enough for your dogs and your cats. That's what I do. Every blue moon, you have to, right? They do eat snakes. I've watched them eat snakes. These, they will tear them up. All of that enriches your soil. I got wood chips and straw and grass clippings in there. They're gonna scratch that into the best soil you ever seen in your life. I showed y'all in that video. What about chickens in the wintertime? What about it? I'm gonna tell you the wisdom. The person that got me into chickens, because I asked that question at the time, it was very a smart question to me. As once this person told me this, her name was An. She said this. Yes, and they eat mice too. She told me this. She said, "What do you do in the winter?" I'm not gonna imitate her accent because that might be a little, uh, insensitive. What do you do with a chicken in the wintertime? She said, "You don't do nothing. They're birds." Not only did I roll laughing because I felt so stupid because I had just really never thought about it. It's a bird. You don't do anything. They molt and they let off their feathers. In the wintertime, they put on big feathers and they get real big and bulky. They look fatter. No, they just put on new down and new feathers, just like like a dog does, like a cat. And in the wintertime, they shed all of that and it looked like something done attacked them, but they just shedding in the summer. The hotter it get, they shed some more. I got one girl right here. She molting right now. See her? You can see she's molting right now because she's supposed to be like all golden. But that, family, is everything. It just seemed like it's more work than it is. I brought y'all out here so you can see for $400. The chicks, when you buy the little chicks, you go to like Tractor Supply or you can order them online. They cost like 6 for like 20 bucks or something like that. And or like we did, we incubated all of these. We incubated all of these eggs from when I had a rooster. When I had a rooster. Now, for real though, for real. All of these came out of our incubator. All of them. We incubated these. It's like we took these eggs, we put them in the incubator, and we hatched chickens in our incubator. This is the product from that. That's why it's two separate cages. Yeah, the rooster, the one I call Biscuit. Yeah. So this is about self-preservation, okay? This is about trying to really truly survive. Don't be silly and say you'll don't tell people what you will never do. Don't say that because you'll be surprised if the boot hit the poop, you'll be surprised what you would do. Them girls, they give you fertilizer, they eat pests, they eat mice, they eat snakes, they poop out fertilizer, and then they let out. From doing all of that, you would think their job is done after they've been in the yard eating up all the stuff that could harm you and your plants. Then they pump your breakfast out for you. And once they of age, okay, it's freezer time. Stop. Freezer time. So that's it, you guys. I just wanted to tell you about time management. This is GROWNsteading. Oh, I should have wore my shirt that said it. I should have wore it. I didn't want to wear it and I ain't shaved or nothing yet. Um, but this is how I do it. Say led because of you great knowledge and tips. That's wonderful. Thank you for that. Hey led, I just checked a tree that notched a couple weeks ago and saw a new bud. Well, good man, cause I got a couple going on too. In that video I just let out about the figs. Um, Lavender, Lavender said, "Ooh, he makes a liar out of you every time. Never say never. Never say never. Never. Can you let them go in your garden? Um, Now remember, they want to eat the same stuff you want to eat, but that's where your training comes in because you can train them where to go, just like a dog. Can't go over there. When I let them out, they don't go over there. They don't go in his yard. Of course, they ain't gonna go towards the water, and they don't go in my front yard. Training them is a whole nother ball game. Um, just like they clap pigeons, clap chickens too. Why are roosters needed? Roosters are needed to fertilize the egg of the hen. Hens do not need a rooster to lay eggs. Hens do not need a rooster to lay eggs. I'm going to say it one more time. Hens do not need a rooster to lay eggs. The only thing the rooster does is fertilize the eggs before she hatches them, before she lays an egg. He fertilizes the egg. Now you would have a fertile egg that does have an embryo in it. So if it's incubated properly by her or by you, if you have an artificial incubator, you give them. You don't need a rooster. And in most, listen, the law is in most states, you can have a certain amount of hens in your yard. It's the law. But most cities and states, you cannot, municipalities, you cannot have a rooster because they will get on your nerves. They are loud, they are obnoxious. And for the life of me, I could never understand because everybody got they barking dogs all night long, barking at squirrels, not squirrel, but raccoons and stuff all night. The rooster gon' crow a few times a day. It ain't no louder than the dog barking at the mailman, barking at squirrels. Who knows? Roosters also alert hens. Right, they protect them like crazy. When I got a rooster, I don't have no problems with hawks. None. When I got a rooster, I don't have no problems with foxes and coyotes. None. It scares me not to have a rooster because that's when I start getting activity. You know, your rooster will attack you. That's how hardcore they are. And if you don't cut their hind spur, they'll tear you up. They'll open you all the way up, son. So, you know what? Yeah, dogs always do get a pass, but you know what? You go to prison if you get caught eating one. They will lock you up if you get caught eating one here in this country. Okay? I'm just letting you know. If one of them call it a day, they good with that. But don't, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they good with that. Yeah, we go. Cats too. Don't do it. Don't do it. So, any questions, you guys, about any of this? Your time is everything. Your time is everything. We are either, you could be a gardener, you could be a homesteader. I'm a grownsteader. My time is worth everything to me. I wouldn't know how to keep a rooster. Don't even try. Don't even try. Just get the hens. The only time you need a rooster is when you need fertilized eggs to, because you plan on incubating or um, making more hens. Are chickens subject to disease? If so, what kinds? You're gonna have to do your research on that because yes, they are. They're animals just like your pets, just like your cats, just like your dogs. They can get into all kind of crazy stuff too. So it's a lot you have to read up on that, okay? But barely, barely, you know. Can you have your rooster voice box removed? You know what? You can. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. I'm just not that kind of person. I figured, let him keep his voice box and just go. I send them to places where people want to have roosters. I don't get into that part. Let me see. Hey, Led, is that the only size cage they had? No, but this is why I didn't get the bigger cage. Listen to me close. The reason I didn't get the bigger cage, because the bigger cage, I think that's a 20 by 20. It costs more than if you just get two of these, because the only thing that holds these together is this locking, this little clamp right here. It's solid. See this? But that's the only thing holding it together. All of these walls. So it's, if you buy two of these cages, you've spent around $800, right? And I think the biggest one is like $1,300. Don't do it. This is the other sweetest part. This is why I'm going to buy another one, because down here, let me scoot out the way so you can see. Down here is a door panel that you can open and add a chicken coop if you want to. But I don't plan on using that. What I plan on doing this is opening this up. When I add the other cage, you got two sides. And I'm gonna tell you why that's wonderful. Because you can have two sets of hens. One's for you, ones that you're just incubating and doing for sale. Or you also sometimes want to separate your hens, because when you get a broody hen, you don't want anything disturbing that broody hen sitting on those eggs. She'll be sitting on those eggs until they hatch chicks. Here's the problem. If you do not separate those chicks from these other girls, y'all seen the movie Mean Girls? That's them. They jealous because she got kids. Y'all seen that cartoon? Look at Prissy. They jealous because she got kids and they don't. She been sitting on all the eggs. They haven't. She did all the work, and they will kill those chicks. So you want to separate them in a brooder. You want to separate the chicks and the mama away from them. So when you got two cages, I got a big dog cage in my greenhouse right here. That's what I use as my brooder. So what I want to do is be able to have two cages where if they all getting along, they got double the space for less money. But when it's time for the chickens to get broody and sit on eggs and hatch eggs themselves, that's when I want to put this door back on, separate them. So I can come in a door on this side or come in a door on this side to do anything I need to do. I've been doing this now, you guys, for like 10 years, so trust me. I know a lot by now, and believe it or not, I started from absolutely nothing. I didn't know nothing about a chicken, didn't care, didn't want one. The only reason I was told to get a chicken was for fertilizer. Then I end up falling in love with them because they do everything. They do everything. So my yard, my garden will never be without chickens, ever, till I'm off this planet. They are number one. Them and bees. I know a lot of people don't get into bees. You can do this though. They take care of themselves. Said Homestead Heart showed her broody here in nursery. Right, right. And see, I have the same thing. I just never recorded because nobody's really interested. My turkey sitting on duck eggs. See, same deal. Question: chickens versus very cold weather in new cage. What does that mean, Miss B Washington? Remember, your chicken is a bird. I don't know, I'm not quite sure of your question, but I'm gonna just answer it like this. Your chicken is a bird. Your chicken ain't gonna get cold. It knows how to sit out here. It knows how to sit out here and deal with the weather on its own. Just like every other bird has been flying over us this whole time. Okay, does someone have to give them water if you take a vacation? Great question, Average Gardener and Katrina. I have a video that I will link to the end of this video. I have a video that shows you how to make a staycation feeder, which is a 5-gallon bucket, and you know the oil pan that you trying to change your own oil, a 5-gallon bucket and an oil pan, and all of it costs you about $5 to make. It will hold 5 gallons of feed, and it will last, depending on how many chickens you got, okay? It just depends. If you got a lot of chickens like me, it will last you a week. If you fill that bucket up with feed, it will last you 1 week. After that, you need to call somebody and tell them to go feed your chickens. Watering. I also made a video on, I put I'm trying to remember the size of it, a 30-gallon trash can. Filled a 30-gallon trash can up with fresh water, and it's these little chicken nozzles, chicken waterers that you buy that cost like $2. You screw one of those inside that trash can. I could show you right now. I'm gonna show you in a minute. That'll last like months. So yes, great question. I'm gonna link those videos at the end of this video since we're mainly talking about chickens, okay? And trust me, because I leave all the time. That's why I had to come up with something, because the ones they got cost a fortune. Chickens need purchase. Chickens need purchase where they can completely cover their feet to keep them from freezing in sub-zero weather. What was that? Chicken need purchase where they can completely cover their feet. Okay, you know what? You got something there now. That's my perches are up here. See this? I showed that earlier in the video. They perch up there every night. But if you're in sub-zero below weather, of course you have to take some kind of precautions. And really all you need is a wind block. You will put some tarps up here or something to block the wind. That's the main killer. It usually ain't the cold itself, it's the wind. Just like hypothermia, kind of like the same deal. Would you recommend someone starting getting chickens? I'm doing that right now. I really hope you do. I'm going to call my town hall tomorrow and see if I can have hens. I know we can't have roosters. Right. I bet you can have hens. I've been going for months now. Local farm store. There's so many chicks to choose from. Any suggestions? My very, very, very favorite are Buff Orpingtons, and I haven't seen none all year. They're big, golden, big girls. I'm going to try to remember what this light one is. Those are some of the most docile. They like puppies. They follow you around like puppies. They ain't scared of you or nothing. If I go in this cage, she's going to be the first one to come up to me. She don't really want anything. She almost seems like she want me to pick her up. So sometimes I just pick her up. I got to remember. I got it written down what species she. No, I'm sorry. These is the incubated eggs. These are the incubated. It's some over there that's docile too. So she's got the same DNA as some of those over there. She's really like a puppy dog. Um, I put huge contractor bags cut open around the coop to break the wind. Okay. They love to be pet. They're pets. They're like my pets. People was tripping on me one year when a fox came out and got my chickens. They was tripping on me. Like, man, it's just a chicken. Yeah, yeah. People, that's like me saying your dog got hit by a car and I start laughing. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand people sometimes. We had 2 ducks growing up. I don't need ducks because they live right back here. If I go around here, you're going to see the ducks right here. Uh, will you eat one if you had to? I eat one if I don't have to. But you got to use your head. Why are you eating it? Is there something wrong with the store why you can't just go get a chicken for $2? Number one. Number two, if you eat your chicken for dinner, you won't get any more breakfast. So you got to use your head. If she stopped laying these, then it's time to start talking about it. But she gonna keep pumping these out, and you just killed your own food supply for one night. One night of pleasure. A one-night stand dinner just costed you months and months and months of fresh eggs. Those, yes, these eggs are beautiful, and I just collected them today. That's as fresh as it comes right there. Okay. Unfortunately, organic chickens are $20 now, if they're even really organic. What do you, just playing devil's advocate? I got you, Jad. To say, what state do you homestead in? It don't matter which state you can do it anywhere. We have Buff Orpington chicks here in Indiana. I wish I could get my hands on some. I love those chickens. They beautiful, and those are the ones that go broody and sit on the eggs and incubate them for you. You don't need no incubator. They let out big, gigantic eggs. I'm gonna show you one of the biggest eggs I got. See the size of that egg? I'm trying to do this without breaking it. See the size of that egg? Big golden brown eggs. Can you imagine the Buff Orpington let out an egg bigger than that? It almost looked like a duck egg. Docile. And they do it every day. Every day. You will start selling eggs or giving eggs away. You can listen. The only way you know something is organic is if you grow it yourself. I know my chicks and my eggs are organic. Not only did I grow them themselves, I know what they're eating every day. So I know what's in this egg. I don't need no stamp of approval saying it's organic, and I'm not paying no price for them. I get this for free. I let them out. They eat the doggone bugs, eat the gnats, eat the ticks, eat all the lizards and the snakes, all the stuff that's harming my garden. They even eat the mealy bugs off the tree. And then they give me this. Why is we even thinking about this? No refrigerator needed. Your fresh organic eggs will sit on the countertop for weeks. For weeks, and trust me, we've done it. And you know, people start doing the sinking tripping, the sinking thing, and see if your eggs sink. If your eggs sink, it's still good. If it float, you taking a risk. Do these though, fresh eggs. You just don't even know. Don't wash them first. See, here's the trick. Here's the trick to not washing your eggs, right? You make sure they always have fresh bedding. Fresh, clean bedding. What I usually do is cut my grass. I'm trying not to grab no ivy here. Okay. Cut your grass and let it sit out and let it go dry, right? Leave a patch in your yard, or when you cut your grass with your lawnmower, take one bag, one couple of loads, and you put that to the side. Let it dry out completely. Then you put that in your nesting box. And everything on there, that dry grass will absorb anything bad on that egg. Each egg, when she lays it, I'm gonna show you something, okay? When she lays an egg, do you see that shiny coat? In the store, they put like a wax film over that, just like they would do an apple, right? She does that naturally. Naturally. That's a protective coating that she puts on that egg to make it shine like that. That look fake, don't it? She does that. Come on, you kicking dirt on me, man. She does that. She does that. Okay? So that right there, that locks that egg in. It keeps it, seals in the freshness. That's what it really does. You don't have to refrigerate them. I mean, you can, but you don't have to for a couple of weeks. You'll be fine. Now, you get some of them store ones and leave them on the countertop, they're gonna start popping on you like firecrackers. Leah, are any of your fig trees in containers? Nursery told me ground is better. The ground is better, but I have, matter of fact, you can see them from here in the containers. Watch this. I know we talk about one thing, but I'm just gonna show you just to prove my point. Do you see that fig tree right here? See those fig leaves? Now look down. You see that big black container right there? I got about 7 or 8 figs in containers. Here's one in this container, that container. All of these containers you're looking at is figs. I got every kind you could think of, the Violet de Bordeaux, what is the white mache, all of that. I don't even care about them, to be honest with you, because the ones, my favorites, is the ones I keep doing videos on. Brown turkey, black Italian, Miss Figgy. I could go on and on and on. What's your soil mix for the figs? I don't do that. I don't get into all of that strange stuff. I see people doing it. There's nothing wrong with it. But I got a video I'm going to show you about my soil. It's not a mix. It's like whatever I end up buying, but I'm going to show you what I do. Thank you. I need time to decide where to plant mine. Did you remove an apple tree by an old coop? Yes, I did. Good eye. Yes, I did. I removed that apple tree for a reason, and yeah, good eye. I did remove that apple tree. That was the Dorset Golden, because it was failing. And I'm going to tell you why it was failing. Because that soil is so rich with nitrogen, being in front of that chicken coop like that, that nitrogen was burning that tree to a crisp. It was full of apples. And I said, I gotta move it, because I cannot afford to lose a tree right now. Not with the stuff that's going on right now. Trying to find trees is hard. Her figs just like good rich soil, not the same as citrus. That's not true. A fig will grow in anything. A fig will grow in some poop. A fig will grow in hard rock clay. A fig will grow on top of a brick. I promise you that. I don't have grass, only rocks in my backyard. Is it okay for chickens? It's not ideal. It's not ideal. You can get baby pools and put sand and stuff in it. That would help them. They do need to scratch, and they do a little dusting to help them clean themselves. They like scratching. Look what they're doing now. They like scratching around. That's what they do all day. So you want to let them do that, you know. That's their pleasure. Okay. It's in their DNA. It's getting harder and harder to find fruit trees. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So can you notch a fig tree at any age? I don't know. It just depends on how big you're talking about and why would you want to notch it. You got to think of those reasons too. Do you age the chicken fertilizer? I don't. No, I put it, if you just set it on top of the soil, it breaks down on its own while it rains. I don't, everybody say, oh, it's too hot. I don't do it like that. I just set it, it's a clump, well, she scratched it. It was a clump sitting right here. I would take that clump and set it right on top of the pear tree, right there on top of the grass. Let me see. I have to figure out where to plant my 10 blueberries that I got. I do too. You can see all my blueberries right there. I got them in rows. I just got to get them in the ground. How do you keep the hens off from wandering off? You have to train them. You train a hen just like you train a dog. If they go too far, you throw something at them in their direction and make a loud noise. From that point on, they will always remember that noise. If you come up with a whistle or any kind of tune, whatever, in your head that will alert that chicken, just like you do it, you train a dog. Like it. Did you see him? Did you see him? You see they still looking around, think they in trouble? You train a chicken just like you train a dog. It takes a little bit of time because you need to be around. When you let them out, you got to play shepherd. You have to be there to train them all. You train a couple at a time. You don't try to train a whole flock. You train a couple at a time. You put them back in the cage. Now you let these 3 out. You train them. So on and so forth until your whole flock is out and they all understand your command. You're welcome, Katrina. Good night, doing my research. That's all right. All right, Deshaun. Good to see you. I'm going to get out of here too, you guys, because I've been on here for like an hour and I didn't want to keep you this long. I just wanted to let you know I'm GROWNsteading. My time is everything. I don't have time to do all of the nurturing to the garden or the time to plant the seed and just stare at it every day. If you got a full-time job and you got a rough life, you a YouTube creator, all of that stuff takes time. And sometimes there are shortcuts. And don't feel bad about taking shortcuts sometimes. You just got to get out there and get stuff planted. That's all that matters. Okay? Led, can you... Let me see. Let me see. I got to take that down, bro. They can fly, and Tad, has any of your chickens flown away? They can't fly that far, and they can't swim, so they ain't dumb enough to go into the lake unless they get so scared that they do it. But they can fly up and turn back around. They know not to go in the water. Okay, I've never had lost a chicken in the water ever. I've seen them fly and go over the creek because something scared them, and they'll fly up and then come right back like a boomerang and land back on the ground. If you want to clip their wings, I don't get into that. I used to do that. That's tedious, and in a way, to me, it's kind of cruel, I guess you can say. I don't do that anymore. I don't do it. I just let them fly, and it's good for them anyway. If you train them right, they'll be fine. You train them, they're not going to leave. They're not going to fly away. They ain't seagulls. Now, it is some chickens that can fly high and keep a long distance. I'm trying to remember the name of them. Like, they let out blue eggs and green eggs. Oh, my God, I can't remember the name of them. We had some. Oh, my God. The chicken we had that could do that the best, we called her Morsel. She could fly like a normal bird. She'd just be up in the air just flying. She never got eaten. She never got eaten. You know what? I like bantams. If you get the right bantam, a bantam can let out a nice sized egg too. Yeah, I like bantams a lot. Will the cage keep predators out like foxes? Yes. That's why I was talking about how to do it. Put bricks around it, because the only way the fox can get them is to scratch and dig under. You can't get through here. Possums, raccoons, nothing can get through there. Yeah, Araucana. Yes, that's one of them that can fly like that. Yes. Easter eggers, Americana. There you go. That's the one. Thank you so much, Morris Family Studio. Most of my chickens kept getting up in the tree. Right. That protects them. They do that, and I like them to fly because if they do need to get away from a predator, they can. I've come out a couple of days, and my chickens was on top of the roof right here. Why? They have no reason to be on the roof of my house. They was running from something. Neighborhood dog, fox, whatever. Let me see. Where did you get the cage again? Tractor Supply. Thank you, Shawanta. Let me see. Trina's Organic Lifestyle Led purchased the cage from Tractor Supply. Right. Manning Farms Rottweilers says the rooster will keep them hens in line Wow, friendly case, yeah, but most people can't have a rooster, so you got to do your part to train them. But you're right, roosters do that for you. They train them. Let me see. Hey, Led, I have a buff Orpington rooster, dude. It's a rooster. Okay, dude is large. Yeah, they get big, man. Let me see. That's smart. That's my fear. Getting chickens and something killing them. That's part of the game too. Okay. Thank you for that 2%. Say you subscribe to Trina's Organic Lifestyle. Thank you for that. Because she got a lot of good knowledge going on over there. Is the cage cemented? No, it's not a stupid question. Nope. It's just if I was strong enough, because it's heavy once you put it together. If I was strong enough, I could lift this cage up. But it's heavy as all get. I think it's about 400 or 500 pounds. For about 400 pounds, if I can remember correctly. Once it's all put together. Where can we get chickens in North Carolina? You have to do your research and look online for that. I have no idea. In South Carolina, oh, try a Tractor Supply, all Tractor Supplies. And if they don't have them, they can order them for you. My rooster is afraid of everything. What do I do? I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes they be a little timid when they super young. Your rooster might be super young, ain't he? That's probably the problem. They got to build up their confidence too. And you probably got one of those roosters, all the hens is beating him up and stuff like that. It's super young. Trust me, that turns around real quick. One day he wake up and start whipping some tail, telling people what to do, and scaring off foxes. Trust me. I used to have this rooster. I was like, man, this a little punk. Hens beating him up, jumping on his back. You know what I'm saying? The hens is jumping on his back. Just one day I woke up, all the hens was like this. Please, Tyrone, we got your eggs. You better have my eggs, baby. Next time I come over here, you better have my eggs. Or it's gonna be, don't, and you know, if you got a rooster, you know they do their wing like, girl, you better come here, let me talk to you. Come here now, let me talk to you, okay? Get on back over here. What you looking at him for? Y'all know I'm not lying. Roosters do this thing with their wing and do this little dance like, come here, girl, come here. And they pull that girl over while they looking at you. If you have a rooster, am I lying? Trust and believe. When she lay an egg, he be in there looking like, everything all right? Is it a boy? Did you see what he got? He got a spigot? Huh? You got a faucet or a drain? Let me know something. He in there looking in the nest like he the daddy, he the pappy. He come out like, yeah, all right, I did what I had to do. What I tell you about that? Brenda, you got my eggs. You know I ain't lying, man. You know something? Homestead Heart said the Broody Hen Diaries, because watching your chickens is like, it's better than TV. It's better than TV. Because they get into cliques, they get into fights, they get into arguments, they get jealous. It's like watching as the world turns. I kid you not. All my children or all my chickens, that's what I need to call mine. All my chickens. Because they are off the chain. Thank you, Trina, for that. Thank you for that. You will sit and watch them all day. That's why I kind of wanted y'all to just get a look at them. Because you will sit here watching them do their thing all day. And you see no noise, no fuss, no muss. So I'm going to get off of here, you guys. I don't want to stay on here too much longer, all right? Holding y'all up. So definitely, please look into this. You don't need 7. You don't need 8. You don't need 15. If you have about 2 or 4, 4 is a good number. 3 or 4 is a great number. I guarantee you're going to get more after you do. But 4, you going to like that. You going to get a kick out of that. I promise you. That's my promise to you. Once you see them grow from chicks to be like this, you'll see. Okay, that's my promise to you. You will get a kick out of it. There is nothing about having a chicken that you will not like. All right. So I am going to release my t-shirt. I just didn't want to wear it. Look, I'm bearded. I'm got on my ratty garden shirt. So I'm going to show. Matter of fact, I might release it tonight. I don't know. And you always, thank you for that, Victory. You always have extra eggs. Guess what? This is an 18 egg carton, right? We save all our cartons. We have our friends and family. Keep the cartons, keep the cartons. I got like 6 cartons of 18 count eggs in the house right now, every day. You dig? Every day. Every day you might get 15 out of an 18 egg carton every day. So I run them over my sister's house, run them over my mother's house, you know, everywhere I can, because that's an everyday deal right there. You can't eat that many eggs. Now, what I do want to learn how to do, I seen Gigi's Natural. I seen her pickling eggs. I've never even had a pickled egg, but I would at least like to know how to conserve them for prepping necessities. So, all right, everybody have a wonderful night. All right. Oh, and who was that? Andrew Hess. You want to know something? And I do feed them to the trees too. After you eat them for the breakfast, you can either take the shells and crumble them up, put the powder into your plant, or sometimes one of their eggs fall or crack. And I'm gonna show you this before we go. As we go, actually, as we go, I'm gonna show you. Cause every now and then I get a cracked egg, and I'm gonna show you. I think I did this one. I think. I don't want to. I'm pretty sure I don't want to scrape it up and get my hands in the goo. But when you get a cracked egg, maybe it's not this one. It might be one of the other ones around here. But when you get a cracked egg, you just dig a hole. You put a. I'm gonna. Oh, that's it. That's it right there. I'm gonna dig it up just for giggles. Oh no, that ain't it. That ain't it. I'm gonna show you though. Keep watching this. So, your plant needs potassium, all this protein. This is what you do. Dig a hole in your potted plant, stick that down in there, cover that up. You could either crush it like that, or you can just leave it. It'll be like a slow release fertilizer. There you go. Okay? That's a fresh egg. And the only reason I did that because I got so many doggone eggs you wouldn't even believe it. If some people are like, oh, you wasting eggs. Oh, and this is, before I go, this is for my brother, Dan Permaculture Food Forest. Dude, look what you did. I got little baby mangoes, man. My mango done sprouted, and I got little baby mangoes. See that? Can't tell me nothing right now. You can't tell me my stuff ain't stinking. So that's it, you guys. I'm gonna get out of y'all hair. Y'all have a wonderful day. Enjoy your day, enjoy your time. I'm gonna get out of here, okay? Thank you guys for watching. And really, I really do hope this helped you, because this is part of the prep game. Chickens, your livestock that you really need to be thinking about, whether you want to get into it or not. This is one of those things you may want to just try. If you don't like it, you can sell that cage for everything you spent for it. People gonna buy it. Dog kennels online, they go for like gold, and people will purchase your chickens if you don't want them. Okay? That's why I really don't kill a whole bunch of chickens around here, because I'd rather just give them away before I have to do that. All right, everybody have a wonderful night. Lev Farmer 73, I love you, and I'm out.